Our vision is to see that the Eastern Yaki Mountains and the people who depend on them, they live in harmony as one sustainable ecosystem that provides goods and services to Tanzanians and the world community, benefiting from a protected biodiversity hotspot that is also a significant carbon sink, helping to reduce greenhouse gases emissions. And our mission is to catalyze resources for conserving forest biodiversity and building climate change resilience through investing in sustainable community development, livelihood improvement, and climate change resilience, sustained financing for conservation of the protected areas, mitigation of climate change impacts, and the financial support to apply the biodiversity and the climate change. So those are the three thematic areas that we target, and you can see the number of projects that we have been supporting and examples of the interventions. You can see tree planting, improved cook stoves, rehabilitation of degraded areas, carbon storage, and some of the interventions, as you saw in the posters you have just seen. Some of the results, key results, as you saw in some of our interventions, we focus in improving individuals' household and the community well-being, while improving sustained extension services. Why do we actually support the communities? We support the communities in order to provide alternative sources for their basic needs instead of depending on the forest. So that's why we prioritize intervention that targets the communities. And the key sectors that we end up prioritizing is agriculture, forestry, and energy. This holds a great potential for conserving the biodiversity and the ecosystem. But again, at the national and the international level, we align with climate change adaptation and mitigation commitments in Tanzania, like the intended nationally determined contributions and the nationally determined contribution, the national climate change strategy, the national climate change response strategy, the forest policy, the environment policy, the sustainable development goals, and the other national sectoral policies. We create awareness to communities, to school children through conservation education, participatory forest management, and the climate change agriculture. We do tree planting with the communities, but also with school children. We train communities and we support them on alternative income generation activities so that they can have cash for their basic needs like school expenses, uniforms, and the household needs. We have fish ponds, we have, and with fish ponds, then you have improved the household and the nutrition, reliable protein source to the communities. We support livestock keeping. You have dairy goats, and cow. We have energy efficient stoves that actually reduce the demand for firewood by 50%, and they help to improve the human health and the forests We have conservation, agriculture, and soil and water sources conservation, so as to increase food production by 2 to 3 times, thereby contributing to food security and the household income. We have avocado, we have mango, we have soybean, sunflower, etc. As you saw last time when we were out in the field, we support terraces and the manure use for animal husbandry, so as to protect water sources and the land protection. We also support land use planning, particularly where we have managed the communities to get certificate of customary land rights. This helps to reduce the encroachment to the target forest. We have committed to strengthening early warning system and the climate change livelihood activities. On protected areas, we support in order to resolve boundary conflicts that reduces the encroachment. So we support boundaries, clearing, tree planting along the boundaries, boundary survey, installation of beacons to demarcate the boundaries, and in so doing, because we do through the communities, so forest management actually creates employment opportunities to the community members. You can see the numbers, and these have reduced degradation and improved forest and ecosystem services, resulting from those projects that we implement. And also we support ecotourism in terms of infrastructure and products like nature trails and the drive routes, campsites, and ecotourism information centers. And also we support in the increased publicity through media